So let's put aside the heroin. Let's talk about BBs. I just got this very, very beautiful DMR thingy. So I'm just gonna place this here. And then there were very nice batteries. Neat ones, cool plug and stuff. And then, if you have a DMR, you want to play heavy BBs. And then you get this. I don't want to call it out. You may have seen which brand it is. It's .4s, and these are cheap China BBs. So this was brand new, sealed. I will just open it now. And I don't know, I think my cam may be too bad for this. But the moment you open these, you can see dirt here. You can see dirt here. Here. You can see slightly different colors. And yeah, I guess if I would do a macro now, or if I had some kind of lens, oh, here's a big one. This is really a dent. You can, oh, this is also nice. You can see that these are not round. Not as round as they should be, actually. So, these BBs are crappy. There are several ways to tell if BBs are crappy. If you grab a high cap and you fill it, and you unfill it, optionally with your gun, and you have an, let's say, testing batch of good BBs on hand, maybe G&G, BLS, something like that, and you fill your high cap, and you shoot, you just wind it up one time, fully wind, and you just shoot and count. And then you do this with the BBs you want to test. And then you will possibly realize that these things don't feed as good. So you will have maybe, yeah, like 30, 40, 50% less shots with one wind up. Other way to tell is just checking as we did. Next possible thing you can just check is where the fuck did they produce these things. Close to everything produced in Taiwan is nice, and everything else is crap. So if it's produced in China, obviously. China BBs, most of the time, crap. So, crappy China BBs. There is a shit ton of crappy China BBs on the market. Like a fuck ton of rebrands from BB King. BB King is one of these factories. BLS is one of these factories that does rebrands from Taiwan, which are most of the time quite nice. Why most of the time? Well, sometimes if it's not stated this is BLS, they seem to be a little bit off with quality control. Anyway, even better, or always better than the China ones, but I grabbed some which are reportedly BLS, not stated on the back, some little problems, not too much, manageable. Anyway, there's a shit ton of bad BBs on the market, and they sometimes are quite expensive to market them as high quality, but they are not. So stay away from the very cheap ones. And if you have the possibility, find out where are they produced before you buy them. So if it's made in Taiwan, it's mostly nice. Alright, but what kind of BB do I shoot with my gun now? So depends a little bit. How good is your hop? How much power do you play? So I will not talk about FPS, because FPS is the speed of the ball coming out of the barrel. If it's a heavier BB, the speed will be reduced. So we have to go with joules. BB weight and speed, and we can make joules out of this. So the muzzle energy in joule, if you have like 1 joule for CQB, you will be absolutely fine with 0.2s, 0.25s. Some sites also restrict this, because the energy that the BB will store and get off on impact is higher with heavier BBs. So even if your gun shoots 1 joule and it will shoot 1 joule with 0.2 and also with 0.3s, the 0.3s will be more likely to punch you a bloody head. So there is something that's called Energieerhaltungsgesetz in German, and another thing that's called Energieübertragungsgesetz. So this is there are 2 factors. First of all, the energy is stored a little bit better. Second of all, if you give a bigger mass and it hits your target, the target will take more energy from this bigger mass than if it's hit from a lighter BB. So there is more energy deployed from one object to the other. So this is why you should restrict BB weight if you have a field and you don't want people to get hurt too much. Anyway, if you want to have the most range and the most accuracy, heavy BBs are the key. So, in fact, and this is a little bit of cheating, if you give your gun more hop, it will lose a little bit of energy, most of the time. So we are pressing on the BB before it leaves the barrel, and then you of course lose a little bit of speed, and this means you lose a little bit of energy. So if you build a 2 joules gun and you go with fucking heavy BBs and you set your hop to 0.4s, it may be you end up with 1.3 joules. This means if you chrono a gun with set hop on heavy BBs, it may be possible you measure it with 1.8 joules, and if you get rid of all that hop and chrono it again, you may see it jump up to 2.3, 2.4 joules, which is not too nice, because this energy is somewhere, yeah, it's not, but the hits you take from this heavy BBs with this heavy weight will be devastating. Of course, people will probably call the hits on. But anyway, it's not very nice for all the other guys. And yeah, if you don't want to get hit by this, probably the other guys don't want it either. So, if you're going for a regular skirmish, I would recommend you to maybe play 0.32s, 0.3s. If you have a regular energy between like 1.3 and 1.7 joules. Depends a little bit. How big's the area you're playing in? How are the ranges? And of course, this is something you should consider while doing this. Precise-wise, okay, heavy BB is good, but they are not flying as fast, and maybe you just want to have a BB that gets to the enemy very fast, like in CQB scenarios. You're shooting on 10 meters, 0.25s, and they are very fast at the point where your enemy is, and he will probably call the hit before you have to do, and he will probably realize he got shot before you got shot. Maybe. Okay, we all know about people and stuff, but yeah, probably this will work. Anyway, if you're outside, maybe it's not that important how long your BB travels. Maybe it's more important that it hits precisely on target. So, generally, I would say, okay, if you have between 1.2 and 1.5 joules, I would recommend you to go with 0.28s, 0.3s. Above that, 0.32s. If you're below that, 0.25s. If you're very below that, like an AEP pistol or like a low-powered SMG, 0.2s. Quite fine. If you are just going to get your sniper or your DMR, just get the heaviest ones you can get. But anyway, DMRs, try to be fair, go for 3.6s. These are nice. Don't shoot too much. Give it a slow trigger pull, and then people will be more likely to let you play with that. Yeah. Some AG guns with about 2 joules are very fine with 3.36s. But, well, these are expensive as fuck, and then you go and buy cheap crap like this. Cause BBs on your fucking $500 gun will make the difference. And you just saved on BBs like, what, $5 on a bag of 1,500 BBs? Fucking $5? You serious? Yeah, okay, you're shooting a lot with your DMR, fucking rounds on the range, fucking terrifying money you will shoot down there. But maybe you should probably, yeah, just learn how to hit people without shooting half your mid-cap. Anyway, just do not go cheap on BBs. This is the worst thing you can do. And yeah, check your environment and get the BBs you're fine with. You can also ask people to try out some different weights on your field and you find the right one for you, and also different brands probably. Yeah, I can highly recommend G&G, BLS, some BLS rebrands, Green Devil BBs, nice ones. BioVal were nice for a while, but they were kind of notorious for shattering on masks, so probably not. Yeah, that's it. A few words, a little rant on BBs.